Alright, American Tactical Imports, Maxx, polymer upper and lower pistol with a 7.5 inch barrel AR-15 style gun. Okay, you can go see the videos when I got it out of the box and all that, and when I took it down. I'll leave cards up here. And I will ask, if you could, please subscribe and hit the like button, because it helps with the algorithms. It helps keep my channel going in terms of visibility, and also not just for my channel alone, any gun channel on YouTube. You should do that to help us keep YouTube from kind of forcing us off the platform. Alright, so the description and everything you guys all should know by now, or look from other videos. So we took it out, and what I did is I disassembled the gun, or broke it down, cleaned the factory oil out. There wasn't really much in there, but I cleaned it out anyway. If you don't, it kind of gums up things, you know, once you fire it. We took it out to the range and fired about 65 rounds. And the magazines I used, or the only hiccups I had with this gun, we'll go with the malfunctions. The magazines I used, okay, I started off with, this is Adventureline Manufacturing military mil-spec mag from the 80s. This thing was in the service when I was back in the 80s. I used to be able to get these by the bushel basket full, okay? Several different manufacturers. I have one of these Korean magazines I got from Palmetto State Armory a while back, and they have some kind of like an enamel paint or something on them. They were really inexpensive. They're a metal magazine. The only thing I don't like about them is as you use them, that paint or whatever scratches off. But this worked fine. This magazine was the first one I used. When I put it up in there and hit it, or let the bolt go home, it dropped out of the gun. And that was because I didn't get it up and lock it in well for some reason or whatever. That was the first screw up right off the bat. But I put the cartridge back in, put it in, made sure it was locked, and it fired all the rounds. And then the last one I have is it's a PMag Magpul 30 rounder. This was brand new. I took it out of the packaging. And another thing, guys, I remember when they would sell AR magazines, $7 a piece, but you had to buy 100. Okay, you can find these on sale online for $5 or $6. Okay, you don't have to buy 100 of them. So something to look for. Magazines, if you need mags, look for them. Alright, so out of the box, had a little screw up, but that was me not locking the mag in or whatever. And the magazine did work later on to test it. So right out of the box, fired, not a single mishap. Went through. The only problem came is when I went through the factory ammunition, which was mostly PPU 55 grain bullets, so that stuff flew out of there without a hitch. I went and got some reloads when I was trying to re-sight it in, and one of my reloaded cartridges must have had a defect in the case, and it got stuck in the chamber, and I had to basically kind of get it out of there, and then I just discarded the cartridge. That does happen. So it was not the firearm. I had a bad cartridge from a reloaded round. That was the only stoppage the whole time. Other than that, the gun fired, the bolt held open, the cases were flying in the proper direction. In other words, I believe they were going off to the side. I didn't really check. I will next time. If you're over gassed or the system is operating too fast. It will fling the cartridges ahead of you because when they hit the cartridge deflector, it's going so quick or with so much force, it'll go forward instead of going this way, more or less out right next to you. That's one way to tell if your gas system or something with the buffer and the spring isn't strong enough, but that was not a problem here. Accuracy wise, and this is where I kind of had issues with it if you watched the video of me shooting it. My physical problems with my arm and at this particular gun, this pistol style gun, was very difficult for me to fire and hold and just aim. And it had nothing to do with the gun, it had to do with my physical impairment. Off the bag, off the rest, 3 shots were like a 1-inch group. So this, and this has a 1 in 8 twist. So it should work better with 55 grain bullet. I didn't put any 62 out. I had to kind of cut the testing short, but I will next time around. So accuracy is there. My issue was control, and I kind of mentioned something, maybe a longer barrel, 7.5 or 12, really wouldn't make a difference. Okay, it's just, I couldn't do it. And the sights, I had the small aperture on these sights. I didn't have a reflex on there. I should have used the larger aperture. I didn't realize it was there. I may go out, take this out again, go with these sights, and I also bought another little inexpensive reflex sight that I may throw on there just to help out and get this to shoot on paper, because it was kind of frustrating. I couldn't hit anything, especially at like 50 yards, forget it. With this pistol and the other one, until you get them sighted in, know where you're shooting, a little bit of frustration, but not the gun's fault. Okay, so everything went fine. I can't complain. Reliability so far is good. This pistol brace moves around, you know, it's just the way it is. It's just on a tube. I may replace this. This one is kind of clunky with a fin style one. But for right now, we're going to leave it the way it is without upgrading or spending no money. I can't complain. I looked at the inside of the receiver. Like I said, the only difference I noticed, the takedown pins move easier now after firing it. If the receivers have settled in or moved a little, could be. Alright. And also, if you check the sales, one of the things about the Polymer, the positive side, was the cost. If you catch sales and stuff, flash sales, you can buy an aluminum frame gun for about the same price. Okay, same budget style gun by a manufacturer, a known manufacturer. So I can't say that I am displeased with it. I was quite surprised. It went well, shot well, and it groups well if you can hold on to the gun. My problem is I can't physically hold it steady, is my issue. And I have to work on a sighting system. That probably, I just didn't get that down. Now, one of the benefits of this, and what I was thinking of doing, and I went and dug it out, is I do have a 300 blackout pistol upper, again, 7.5-inch barrel. So I said, you know what, maybe I'll go and, I had this lying around, it's been setting for years. This is, you know, an aluminum upper. So I went and tried to drop it onto this, and figuring I could go and shoot some 300 blackout. I had an issue that the front pin will go in, but when I go to push in the rear takedown pin, it doesn't quite line up and go in all the way. And I don't want to start banging or tapping on it. but when I put it in without this carrier handle and the bolt carrier, I could kind of wiggle it around and get it in. I think what it is this is a little bit more tighter going in than the polymer one, and it could be a matter of just taking a file and just in this radius down in here, just removing a little bit of material and giving enough play to go in. You wouldn't even see it. So I may put another upper on this and shoot some 300 blackout in it. But other than that, you know, I'm going to tell you, it works so far. But like I also mentioned, you can catch a flash sale and get a good one made out of all aluminum for about the same price. That price difference is starting to disappear the way the economy and the way people got to sell these things. I will explain that in a video when I go on more about budget AR-15s and AR-15s in general. Alright, thank you and stay tuned.